What? I didn't hear what you said.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 4. Well, we decided to retcon episodes 1 and 2 because they sounded horrible. So technically, this is just episode 2 because, yeah, like I said, this is where we actually both have microphones and it does not sound. We didn't realize how bad it sounded. All right, we don't listen to these things back. Just get off us. All right, in case you didn't notice, episode 3, we actually both have our own mics now, and it sounds a lot better. And I listened back to it today when I was driving and doing Eat Street, and I was trying to take notes on like what I could improve on as like doing this, and what I've realized is we have never introduced ourselves, Keaton.
We have not, actually.
Well, I have, but you have not. I often would start off the episode saying, "Hi, I'm Jordan," and for example, today, "Hi, I'm Jordan, and I got a haircut recently."
Yes, you did.
Which right before we hit record, Keaton did mention, and it was very nice of him. Go ahead, Keaton, introduce yourself now.
I am Keaton, and we are the co-hosts.
No. You just say your name and then something about you. Something about yourself.
Okay,
Anything that's relevant right now.
I am Keaton, and I got a Twitch.
Okay.
That's all I got, man.
What is it? Twitch? What is it?
I actually do not remember the fucking username. Hold
you
on.
shitting
Let
me?
me pull this up.
I think it's Crouton Nation, no?
Yes, it is. It's Crouton Nation. That's only one N.
Twitch.tv/Crouton Nation. Wait, only one N?
Yep. CROUTONATION.
Oh, I also have a Twitch, but we'll get into that later.
A little bit of a combining of words there.
So
was clever.
A little bit, I would say so. But like I was saying, as well as another thing I was noticing while I was listening to the podcast, especially from last week, because I refused to listen to the first two.
Yeah, dude, those were bad.
They're
we apologize.
Really
for
horrible.
That.
So, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm gonna say the first thing first, real quick. Actually, no, I'll start with this. I looked at the analytics for all of our episodes and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really no surprise that people did not finish either one of those two episodes 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Our rate of people keeping up or finishing it was very low. So it's not really a surprise now after listening to it back and see just how horrible it was.
I didn't even realize they were that bad. Like audio quality.
See, I know the YouTube version's better because I edited it, but with the Spotify and like the audio platforms, it's way worse because it's just the raw audio file with no tweaking at all. It's just that was it. Whatever we recorded, I just threw on there. So that's why on the audio platforms it sounded like poopy garbo, but on YouTube it sounded a little bit better. Because I went
driving in your car with that shit,
dude.
Yeah,
I'm kind of embarrassed, honestly. It's real bad, but episode 3 really made up for it, honestly.
For sure.
Like it sounds way better.
That sounded so clean, dude.
But back to my initial point, something I've noticed about myself that I need to really work on is I said fuck probably 200 times in that one episode.
In 3?
Yeah. Maybe in 1 and 2 as well. I'm not gonna touch those episodes.
Yeah, they're lost, man.
But
maybe the lost and found files.
But it's like it was real bad, and I like don't realize in the moment that I do it because like I don't know. I guess I use fuck as like a filler word, and I was listening to it, and once I became aware of it, it was just kind of like just insane to me. I'm like, okay, I really got to chill with this. I got to find better words. I got to control it better. Usually I'm very good at controlling it when I need to be, but I guess I feel like sometimes with the podcast, I don't need to, but I really should, just because if somebody's listening to this like at work or something like that, where like they can't, it's like supposed to be still consumable like anywhere. And so if somebody's at work with their headphones and blaring and it's loud and you just hear fuck every 3 seconds. It was really bad. I was listening. Man. I was like, oh my God, dude. Like, can I not like, I felt so like kind of embarrassed, because like I just couldn't think of any other words at the time. And I guess, like I said, I don't realize I'm doing it. So going forward, this episode specifically, I'm going to try to calm down with it. But like I said, I don't realize when I'm doing it, when I'm talking about something. We got passionate about certain topics last episode, so I was like, just kind of in like my like just saying things.
You were in the zone.
I was in
man.
the zone. I wasn't really thinking about it. So I do apologize to everybody. We mark these episodes as explicit, though. Every single one. There's a check mark where you can put either clean or explicit. I always make it explicit just because of the language used, and so there's like it's not like this is for kids, and that's not the intent. It's not for children, but that's being said, like it's very easily can be listened to by a kid, and I guess it's just kind of weird because like I'm 22. I grew up on like GTA and like Critical and like all these YouTubers and stuff and people who swear constantly, and that really kind of I think really stuck with my head, and now I just like subconsciously will continue to say the F word, and it's like I was thinking about I was like what if my grandparents find this? I'm like they probably won't, but or like my dad wouldn't care, my mom wouldn't care, but like my grandparents that they'd be like.
They don't know you swear?
Yeah, I don't swear among my grandparents.
I'm a fucking animal, dude.
Really?
Yeah, man.
No,
all
dude.
the time.
No.
It's just casual, man.
I know, but my grandparents are like very, very religious, like all of them are, and so it's like I try to be proper around them, and like, like.
Aren't you pretty religious?
Ooh, no, not at all.
I thought you used to be or something,
Never.
right?
Well, I used to go to church, and
see, that's why I thought.
Yeah, and I used to help out at my friend's church, and then I realized church is a scam. Church is evil.
We're dropping the bomb.
We're dropping.
I was gonna ask, and I'm like, I don't know.
Should we go down this road right now?
Let's do it. Fuck it, man.
I think
parental advisory.
I'll just leave it at that. That you can believe in God without having to go to church, because the church aspect is just kind of a scam. But like
you believe, don't you?
Yeah, I believe there's something. I don't believe that we all just.
Fucking disintegrate.
Yeah, I don't believe that we just dissipate and there's nothing else. There's something, I don't know what. Nobody knows what, but it's good to believe in something instead of just being cynical and saying that there's nothing because whatever. But the point is to still, live your life the best way you can, because otherwise what's the point, So
right.
So religion does take also. Okay, this is a clean segue. All right. Oh, look at this box here. Let's open it up. It's a segue, dude. Get on. Let's go. You see that there's information on aliens, dude?
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Didn't you tell me that before? I thought like.
Did we talk about this already? Or
no, not
on
like
podcast,
in an episode. I remember when we were both at this shitty fucking slave job.
Yeah, dude. So, yeah,
you
bro.
told me. I think the lead singer from Blink-182.
Well, not okay, former.
Found something.
Yeah, so when he left Blink, little history lesson for the listeners of the podcast today. If you didn't know about this, that Tom DeLonge, former lead guitarist from Blink-182, left Blink in 2013 and started to search for aliens, man, and like extraterrestrial life and stuff. And he's partnered with the Navy and stuff, and like he's got his whole big like academy that he does called To the Stars. He's found a lot of stuff, right? Not him single-handedly, but he has led like the research and whatnot. And while Trump was in office, he made he made like, I don't know if you can call it a law or whatever. He passed something, or like signed something.
Trump?
Yeah. While Trump was in office, he had to. So I guess he must like knew he was like on his way out or whatever. So he wrote this bill, this law, whatever you call it. I don't know any of that. And would it be considered that that the government has to release everything that they have on aliens by some date in June, and it's June 1st as we're recording this right now. So literally any day, I don't remember what day. You could probably Google it and figure out what day, but Trump signs that they have to release everything that they have on aliens by a certain day, like just by law. I don't know what the consequences is, but
really,
yeah, bro. So we've already known that there are aliens. We knew that because there's been a lot of confirmation in the past couple of years.
See, I don't know any of that shit.
Really, dude?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it was
like seems far fetched, like
you didn't believe in aliens?
I don't know.
You think we're the only things in this whole universe?
No, not at all. But like, what do you consider an alien?
Something that's not from Earth.
Well, then yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't necessarily think Marvin the Martian's fucking.
Well, I mean, they're probably not going to be green or anything like that.
Or gray with like fucking
big eyes,
buggy ass eyes.
Yeah.
Do you believe
But
in UFOs and shit?
Well, UFO just stands for unidentified flying object. So
Alright,
a
well,
UFO,
like the flying saucer thing.
flying
you know?
saucer.
You believe in that shit? I don't know. Like,
Well,
see
I know
what
that to get to our planet, they have way better tech than us. So they know
Right.
way more about us than we know about them. Obviously, because like,
You think people are just watching us though?
well, dude, that's another thing too. They could just be walking among us, like we don't know, because they could just disguise themselves as human. Like after studying us for so long, they could easily just disguise in the camouflage in with us, which is bizarre to me too. But
I don't know, man. I've had this convo a lot, like just casual, 3 a.m. fucking topics. Do you believe in aliens? And like, I always say no, just because like, when I think of aliens, I just think of like Martians and shit. I mean, there's obviously other life forms for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't tell me there ain't nothing on Mars, man.
Oh, on Mars?
Or like anywhere near us. You can't tell me.
Oh, and like in our solar system, like
yeah.
Oh, dude, I bet you there's life on every planet.
There's probably some like blue fucks hanging out in Jupiter.
There's
right
literally
now.
no fucking way that we are the only species in the solar system. And you know what I'm saying? Like alien. I mean, the only human like. I mean, obviously there's a bunch of species on Earth itself, but like. You can't tell me that Earth's the only planet that actually has life on it, because that's just not plausible at all. Which, going back to like connect to our past subject, kind of like really puts a big hole in like religion as it is, which is I think is what's bad but good. It's good because religion really, really causes a lot of conflict on this planet, right? Like religion is the biggest thing dividing people.
You sure?
Yes.
I don't know about any more, man.
Dude.
Like, not as of recently. I would say politics.
Well, it's still pretty political. I think your mic, just put it close to your mouth.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, you're holding it like right here, and that's kind of like...
My bad.
No, that's cool. But, like, religion really fucks with, like, a lot of things. But politics in America is
horrible.
Terrible. The worst.
Horrible.
Like, I really hate this country, I'm gonna be honest. And it's the problem where like now everything is political. I mean, maybe it's always been that way, but now that we're kind of like a little older now, we're seeing it as that. But I'm gonna go out and say it. I hate Trump. I hate that fucker so much. So maybe it's a little bit biased for me, but like it seems like Trump really like put the shovel in the dirt to just kind of just make everything way more difficult than it has been. But that being said, like I was only like I think like it was still like that with Obama and before that and before that and before that. But I feel like it was different with Trump, just because he was such a joke, and like his campaign was almost cult like. You know what I mean? Like he was leading like a cult that. Even now that he's not president anymore, people still refuse to believe that he's not. And they're still looking at him like some kind of God figure, like that he's going to save everybody. When he separated people horribly. Like he put a huge divide in the country. He used his fake like patriotism to cater to this. I don't want to say the word dumb, but dumb demographic of people, aka like conservatives and Republicans. I'm not saying that they're all dumb, but
a lot of white trash.
Trash people look at this guy like he's some kind of savior because he preached that fake patriotism that would cater to them specifically, and he knew it would work. He knew that they would eat that shit right up and vote for him immediately, and then continue to play this part of like this super conservative, like America's great guy. And it's like, honestly, man, America sucks. America sucks ass. We have a surplus. Like right now, biggest situation. Are we getting too political right now?
Nah, it's fine, man.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah,
I know you and I don't really share the same political beliefs.
Well, here's my political thoughts. I'm gonna just go out and say it. I don't know shit. All right, I talk a lot of shit just to rile up the boys and shit. But I don't know shit. I couldn't have even told you Donald Trump's middle initial was J until like last week from a fucking Google search, man. I don't know shit.
Okay, we don't need to talk about politics then, because if we both can't like
I mean, I can talk about it. Just I don't have thoughts. I just think the whole thing's a joke.
It's all a joke.
Like,
It's
I just
all
think the government in general is just fucking awful.
Yeah, it's all terrible.
See, like I'm not left or right. I'm just right down the middle, man.
Yeah.
I'm more of a fuck the government guy.
Yeah.
Like with the whole cop thing, like we'll go down that
Oh,
road for a
maybe
little
we
bit.
shouldn't, because you and I do not have the good same beliefs on that.
Not the shooting stuff. We won't get into that. But just like the cops in general, man, like they're not, I'm going to say in my opinion, they're not all bad. You know, I don't think that at all. But I think the system of like, if I go 35 and a 30 and you can give me a $270 ticket, but you pull over Joe Blow with a fucking meth pipe.
Yeah.
And he gets a fucking night in a holding cell to sober up, and then he's out. Like, what the...
See, the thing is, though...
They're just used as a patrol system, man.
I'm
like,
worried.
Leave me be.
I'm worried what we're doing right now is bad for us. But I just have one thing to speak on that topic, is that...
Go ahead, man. We're already deep.
The police are here to protect, insert of quotations. But when you see a cop, do you feel protected or do you feel more paranoid that they're going to get you for something? We're both white, so it's different. But I can imagine if I were, Mexican, or if I was black, I'd be...
I'm still paranoid.
Exactly.
Like,
but we're not paranoid for our lives. We're paranoid for our bank accounts. You know what I mean? Like you're paranoid that a cop's going to give you a fucking $500 ticket for going 2 miles over the speed limit.
yeah.
And when they're out patrolling like that, it's only asking for trouble. We're the only country that has like patrolling, like that they go and they patrol the streets. We're the only country that has that. But
which is dumb, in my opinion.
It's dumb, but it's also otherwise, it's the honor system, which people in America are not honorable in any sense of the word. Like this whole thing with COVID right now, it's all about the honor system, that people don't have to wear masks if they're vaccinated, and they don't have to prove it. You just have to trust their word for it. So obviously, all these people are going to lie and say that they're not. I just want to say for the record, I am. So I mean, shit, aha. But like,
I am not. So if you see me out, I lied.
If you see this man without a mask, shame him. But that's the thing where I'm at right now. It's like
there's no honor in this country.
There's no honor, and it's like,
well, most people wouldn't even call anyway. To be honest,
they wouldn't what?
Call, like if they need the police. Like I get your point. Like,
there's a lot of people who actually, they just don't call the police. Because they don't want them to show up and make things worse.
Yeah, they don't like. That's the thing, dude. Like
they're not trained properly.
I mean, like I don't even get in trouble and shit
anymore.
Yeah. We'll go down that road one of these days.
We'll do a little Keaton history lesson.
Little history line for me, but nowadays I'm a good boy. But like, dude, like if I'm walking through Walmart or whatever, sometimes there's like those 2 or 3 cops that just sit by the door.
Yep.
And like, it's just sketchy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of them put on this power shit.
Yeah, they got that.
They really
do. Get a power.
They stand there with their stance wide, broaden up the chest. Like,
I think it's just like, I'm not going to say that we don't need them, because we do.
Yeah, we do.
We need them.
We do.
But we also need them to we need them trained properly. Like we can't keep having these fucking mistakes. That's all they say. Oh, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. But we keep having them. And we need to stop having these mistakes where innocent people are being shot. And then people will go and dig up their past and say, oh, they weren't so innocent. That does not justify murder, public execution in the fucking streets. Cops are not supposed to murder people. And people will say that, man, the biggest fucking comeback that people have, like on Twitter or online at all, when there's like an instance of someone evading police. Okay, a cop pulls a gun on you and you run. You are not in the fault for running away from an armed person pointing a gun at you trying to kill you.
I'd run too.
Like
man.
you're fearing for your life. You will run, and then people are like, "Well, you don't run." Well, you're white and you don't understand, because it's like. Not even that either. It's not even just about being black or white. It's about the cops not being trained properly and acting on instinct, or the first instinct is to pull a gun.
Some of them are justifiable though. Not really as of recent.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I could see where you mean
But
'Cause
like,
it's so
okay,
it's such a fucking thin line now. You know
that
what
George
I mean?
Floyd thing. If anyone says that was like correct,
Yeah.
stupid.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Our words,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like it's insane how people will try to just. This is such a serious episode.
I know.
We'll talk about Until Dawn after this.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, but yeah,
But,
like people, I think like because you like to get a rise of people, right?
Oh, 100%.
I think
I'm
that's
guilty.
where there's a lot of people who do that, where they'll say that the cop who killed George Floyd is a hero and he did nothing wrong. They'll say that one fucking asshole, literally from Kenosha, what's his goddamn name? Don't say his name. We don't need to say his name.
Yeah, I don't
But he
even
literally
remember his name.
slaughtered people in the street when he had no reason to be there. People will call him a hero. And
Yeah, that was a big thing.
it's still going. He's still not locked up. He's still a free man.
Is it still trial though?
Yeah.
Cause I
Yeah.
saw not too long ago that he had a
Yeah, he's still
sentencing.
he's been going in and out of court, but it's like, to say it, if it was a black guy, he'd be locked up immediately. He would have been locked up that night.
What's the debate on that?
People are saying that the BLM protests, which turned to riots, that this kid who drove across state borders to be there
with a
with
firearm.
a firearm with intent to use it is a hero for doing it. When you show up to what started as a peaceful protest, they all started peacefully. Do you know what turned it not peaceful? The cops. Dude, they start pepper spraying people. They were gathered. I've seen such terrible bullshit on Twitter, man, of these cops just being evil, man. Like beating the shit out of people, just arresting everybody for doing nothing. See, if people cared as much about their First Amendment rights as they did about their fucking Second Amendment rights, this country would be in a completely different place.
People don't even understand the Second Amendment, right?
They really don't, man. It is, people care more about guns than they care about human lives, and that is just disgusting, dude. I hate guns, and I only hate guns is because how violent, like, they're portrayed as. I don't even see them as a way to defend myself. I see them as a way for someone else to fucking kill me, because that's all they're used for. They are murder. They are murder weapons. They're weapons. I don't.
Well, there are a lot of people that just shoot. Like me, I own
Yeah.
a gun.
Okay,
so
well, you and Jerome, you guys, Jerome is actually surprisingly responsible with his guns, and that's it's crazy to me. But you and Jerome are both responsible gun owners. You guys keep them in cases. You guys keep them locked up. You guys put them away. You don't play with them. They're not toys. You guys take them transport them in their cases to gun ranges and stuff like that to use them just to shoot, right? But I don't see a reason to own a machine gun. I don't see
like a fucking
dude had a fucking
like
AR.
fully,
Like there's no need for that. You know what I mean? Like I could see like myself in the future owning a pistol, owning a handgun.
Right.
But I don't see a reason for anything other than a handgun or maybe a rifle for hunting. But even then, like,
or a shotgun.
A shotgun too for hunting. Yeah, for hunting. And that's the only reason I could see. But it's like, even then, hunting's a sport and everything. But like, shouldn't we have it so like, when you go to hunting grounds, you go to specific designated hunting areas, there's just like a rental shop. You can rent a rifle. You can rent the shotgun for that afternoon to hunt, like renting sporting equipment. You don't need to own that stuff. I don't see a logical need for it. Like in my head, I've never needed to shoot a gun, and people always say they'll compare it to like cars, driving your car. And I'm like, I've used my car every single day since I've gotten my license. I have never once in my 22 years needed a gun for anything. Except for, just I shot with you guys a couple times. And that's like a little like just for fun. But that could easily just be you rent the gun for the afternoon, a couple hours, like a fucking paintball gun or something. You rent the equipment, use it in the sporting, and you return it. You don't need to keep it. People say, how am I going to defend myself? What the fuck are you defending yourself against? People with guns. Other people with guns. And it's like, if we just don't have guns, then what are you protecting yourself from? What do you think, the fucking zombie apocalypse is just going to happen overnight? What do you think, like, you need to go out to the woods and hunt? We're not in the fucking 1700s. We don't need to go hunt for our supper, fucker. I think they're so stupid. I hate guns, and that's like I will die on that hill that they are pointless, they are stupid, and that we just don't need to have them in our homes because they are murder weapons.
But the thing with that is, if you ban guns, right?
Right.
Let's just say you ban them.
Yeah, which is impossible, but yeah,
Right.
it'd be ideal, right?
Let's say you do that.
Oh, hold that closer to your mouth, brother.
Let's say you
Yeah,
ban the guns. So, if you do that, the only people that are gonna have them are the criminals. Know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
And that's the bad thing. Like, then what are you gonna defend yourself with if someone does? Like,
yeah,
chances are slim. I do agree.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I like guns. I'm for them. You know, I use mine for fun.
Yeah.
As long as you know what the fuck you're doing.
Which I don't, so that might be part of it as well.
I'm just gonna stress that because people just think they're
Yeah.
like gangster or
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
tough with them, and
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, the people who like flash like their fucking little pussy ass 22 millimeter gun on Snapchat, like thugging on mine, bitch. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's
Know what I mean?
yeah, I get
Like,
that. People who
That's the thing. There's so many stupid fucking people that it just ruins it for people who actually know, like, or like, kind of like doing just the activity.
it's just crazy to me because like every other country has like a gun ban, and America, no matter how hard we try, it will never happen.
No.
It will never happen. People value these fucking murder weapons like it's some kind of god, and I just can't. Okay, Jesus, I just can't understand the mentality of it. Like, I see
feel
no
safer,
appeal to
though.
it. Yeah, okay, I
Like-
could see that, but I just feel like I wouldn't.
No.
Like, maybe.
As
Like,
long as you're mentally, like, I don't. Well, for my pistol, when I bought my 40,
mm-hmm.
you do a background check.
Yep.
You know, all
Yep,
that,
yep.
so that's safe. And then, but you could easily, like, I feel like you could lie, to be honest.
Oh, was that easy to get
Well,
around
at
it?
least from where I bought it from, I just did the paperwork on.
You got it at Shields, yeah?
yeah
that one day?
the-
Okay.
at the mall.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And like, it just asked you like, are you mentally stable, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you know, or I mean,
Yes. Yeah, right,
yeah,
right.
you know, I am, and then
It was just like a checkbox. There was nothing else to
yeah,
it.
you just kind of answer the questions, and then it just says like, are you buying this to sell to an underage? No, obviously.
Yeah,
and
okay,
then-
so you could easily just lie. It might depend because you did buy it in the mall, so maybe
Right.
it wasn't as extensive as another place. But
And I
even
don't know
then,
if they check up though. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if they like look you up. Well, I'm sure
just-
they do. I would hope they do.
they probably look up like a criminal record and stuff like
yeah, and
that.
see.
Yeah.
I'm sure they at least look up that.
Yeah,
On a criminal record, like, does it show if you've been like acquitted to a mental asylum or anything?
I believe we might find like medical records too with a background check.
Yeah, I'm sure they
So-
gotta check
So
that.
they probably see if you have been in like a mental institution, if you have any former crimes against you involving armed weapons or,
Yeah.
or violent crimes or something like that. So that might be because they took your did they take like your license or something? Did they take like your information to go run something
yeah, they
through?
take your license, and I believe that's it.
They just okay. So then
And I
they'll
think they just scan it. Or I
'Cause-
really think the license was really just to see how old I was.
I think they can get a lot of information from your license though. They got your address and your name and your full name and your birthday and stuff, so they can get all your information
yeah,
for a
and
background
when you
check.
buy that gun, it's registered to you.
Right,
Like, let's
yeah.
say I give it to you, and you go shoot somebody. I'm not saying you
Oh.
will.
And then it
Well,
can be traced back to you.
Yeah,
then?
that bullet off that gun is me. You know, the
Oh.
paperwork and everything. Right
Oh, okay.
there. I mean, I think gun laws are pretty good.
They're
Like,
not.
no?
I feel like there's nothing we
On
can
who
do
can
though.
get 'em, I guess. But like,
Like
also a lot of it's parenting. To be honest, like with that douchebag that we're not gonna name.
yeah,
Like, he was 17,
yeah,
correct?
he was 17.
And he had an AR-15 or 10. It was
I don't know.
something.
Yeah, all I know is it was an
Either
automatic
way, you
weapon.
got to be 18 to do it or
Mhm.
have it, own it.
Right. Yep.
And if his parents own it, that's whatever. But lock it up then.
Yeah. Lock
Like-
it up. Don't let your fucking psychopath kid.
You know how many
get-
like babies and like toddlers end up like killing themselves?
Yeah, because they think it's
Ju-
a fucking toy.
Yeah.
There
and,
was
like,
one in Milwaukee a couple weeks ago. I saw an article about it. There was the dad left the gun on the kitchen counter, and this little child blew his head out. And it's like,
That's so sad, man.
I know, and it's like, wow.
Just pure irresponsibility, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and that's where I keep coming back. It's like there's a common factor in all of these deaths. And if we just could get rid of this goddamn mentality that these guns are so important to everyday life, when they aren't, they just aren't. They're, like I said, I've never needed one, and I can't understand the worship of it. And like you said before, you said that only people who will have them are criminals, and that's true. And there's just no way around it. There's literally nothing we can do.
That's the thing. If you take them, only bad people have them.
Yeah, and it's like same thing with drugs. It's like, oh, you can make drugs illegal, but yeah,
it's got to be stricter somehow. There's got to be some tweak.
But it's like how? But
that's the thing.
Like the only thing that they can do is go door to door and like search the house and take them. Like that's all they can do is do that. Because again, back to the honor system. If you give people a choice to be evil, they will take that up. They will be evil. They will hide those guns. They will not let you take them. They will shoot you trying to take them because they're that fucking mentally unstable. The mentally stable people will say, okay, I'll bring them to the drop-off point. Like if they have like certain designated like drop-off points, stable people will do that. Crazy fuckers will be like, "You're not taking my guns. I'll shoot you, fucker!" Like they're not well in the head. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's a fucking amendment to have guns. They're so
the thing with guns is a lot of people who buy them or own them get a major ego boost when they buy them.
See, and that's the thing too. They'll use it as, "You're taking away my rights." It's like we're taking away your right to kill another human being. Like, even if it's a mistake too. There's so many instances where people get shot. Like,
well, people are just too conceited, man. Dude, people who own guns, like, a lot of them are just like, "Oh, who's gonna fuck with me now?"
Yeah,
and they get that mentality, like,
and that's irresponsible.
And then
I think another easy way to do this is more steps to getting a gun. Because you said you got it in one day. You got it. Well, actually, you had to come back and get it or something. I can't remember.
I would have got it that day, but the one I wanted wasn't in store yet. So I had to wait for the next day so it got delivered. But I could have got it in like 2 hours.
You could have got it in 2 hours. There needs to be some sort of training. Like, I don't like that's what they brought us to now. That's where it's become. It's you have to be able to prove that you're responsible and you can do it. And it should take more than 2 goddamn hours to get a murder weapon. A literal, it's got no other purpose than to murder. It is a murder weapon. Am I right? There's no other purpose for it.
I don't know if I want to say murder, because
well, yeah, you don't necessarily have to murder that with it, but
well, I mean, like if you're just target practicing, whatever. But like murder, goes a long way.
Its intended purpose is to kill
or wound. Yeah.
Well, kill. You're not going to wound an animal. You're going to kill that animal so you can eat. That's why. That's where the guns came from for hunting.
Is it murder if you're like actually defending yourself? Let's say you're in that scenario. Would you consider
it's still murder?
Well, it's killing.
It's killing. Yeah. Like its purpose is to kill whatever's attacking you in defense.
Well, that's the thing too. They just expect you like, because I don't even. At least in Wisconsin, dude, I don't even know like. Let's say someone broke into my house and I shot them because they broke in.
Right. Yeah.
Like, if they died, I don't even know if like the law says like I'm fine.
I think in Wisconsin, I don't know how universal this law is, but
I think it varies through states.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure in Texas, if someone like steps on your grass, you could like blow their fucking head off.
Someone steps on the farmer's grass, he's fucking getting his head blown off with it.
Get off my lawn!
Get off my fucking lawn!
You touching my horses?
You fucking diddling my horses? Get the fuck out of here!
That's my cornfield.
But I think in Wisconsin, if someone is a threat to you, then you have the right to kill them, which is. Just even saying that out loud.
A threat? Like, are you saying life threatening or like?
Yeah, I believe it's life.
If you attack me, like, it's got to be life threatening.
It's got to.
There's no way someone.
But how do you prove that in court though? Because you could kill somebody and say that they were attacking me, and it's like,
I guess if that, I mean, the chances are so slim. Let's be honest.
Of what?
Like someone actually breaking in.
Yeah,
Causing
but it's never
harm.
zero. The chances are never zero. I get really worried about that a lot. Like,
Yeah, see, like, well, lock your doors, man. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people you'd be surprised that don't lock their fucking doors.
I don't like my. I mean, what? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Well, no, like, see, that's the thing, and like, I don't know. I mean, I guess locking a door, they can still get in.
Yeah, they
whatever.
can break in, but
But,
that's yeah,
You know, I'd hope that you fucking hear somebody bang through a door,
yeah,
and like, I feel like if someone did break in and you did shoot them and they ended up bleeding out and dying, if you call the police or I guess the police, like,
yeah,
and they come and you tell them what's up, you know, hey, I shot this guy, he broke in, here's my weapon, there's
Yeah.
the shell. I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, you'd still have to go through
Oh yeah, a lot of
a
investigation.
shit ton
Yeah,
of court
for sure,
and all that. But, like, I can't imagine it'd be too hard to prove if someone actually broke in. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
there would be some damage, or you
Yeah,
could
but
see
it's
like a
like-
struggle.
Yeah, and
But
still,
also, if you invite a guy in, like,
Mhm.
we're friends, right? Let's
Mhm.
say I'm in your house right now,
yeah,
and you know you get mad and you shoot me.
yeah,
You could just
yeah.
say,
You
"Oh,
kill
I
my
told
guy
him-"
in until dawn, and I get pissed and shoot you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I told him to leave and he wouldn't. So that's, you know,
Yeah, so it's
where's
like-
the line?
It's like his word against theirs, which is just a problem.
and they
it's
don't
all
even have a
flawed.
word. They're dead. You know.
Yeah,
like-
it's all very flawed, and it's like that. There's so much ignorance in this
Should we
country.
title this episode "Party of the USA"?
I like that. I think so. That's gonna be really. Yeah, that's pretty much.
It's good to talk about it, though.
Yeah.
It's really good to get a voice out.
Yeah,
'Cause-
even if people are gonna just dislike it, probably for me at least,
I mean,
I think we're gonna get.
no, I mean, I think it's pretty split. But we really didn't go too hard.
Yeah.
We just shared opinions.
Maybe I shouldn't have done the southern accent when speaking about guns.
We're sorry about the cornfield.
Sorry about the fucking fields, but
Like, dude, we were in fucking the Dells the other day, and on the way back, we got chased by that hillbilly
Yep.
for the grass.
you driving my grass, but
I'm gonna kill that raccoon.
God damn it, fuck. So yeah, like that's just I don't know how we got on this tangent. I can't remember how this started.
I think it just flowed, man.
Yeah, but
But I feel like we did good, as long as we're not pushing our
Yeah.
opinions. As long as we say,
well, I'm
like,
pushing my opinion that guns are stupid, and that's the
Well,
thing.
that's
It's
fair,
like
though,
this is
yeah.
this is our fucking podcast. We can speak how we
yeah,
feel.
we're just bullying, man.
Like we don't, we're not gonna change our opinions for people who won't like it because that's
yeah.
freedom of speech, fucker. You want your Second Amendment? That's my
Well,
First
with the
Amendment.
religion too, like you believe in God.
Oh, that's how this started, isn't
yeah,
it?
that's what it was. You believe in God.
I believe. I
don't.
believe.
You know, I just don't. And you
Yeah,
know, if you
I don't
do,
know.
that's great.
And it's weird because like, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like if there's a God, why is everything the way it is? Because no God would do this.
I think atheism. Now that we're on
But
that topic,
Speaking of playing God, Keaton, about a couple days ago, you played through Until Dawn, where you played God in people's lives.
dude, that was bad.
How'd you like that game?
It was good.
It's like
man.
6 years. It's like a 6-year-old game that we're talking about now on this podcast.
Dude, we
but
did the
we're-
whole
but
fucking
get fucked. We're gonna talk
walkthrough.
about a 6-year-old game on this podcast right now.
Dude, we did the whole walkthrough in one
Yeah,
night.
one
man.
sitting. Yeah,
Well, that took what, 5 hours, 5.5
it was
hours?
like 6 or 7 hours, man. We started at like
Holy
10.
shit. Dude, we did a
Played
whole
till like
shift,
5
bro.
a.m. Dude, for real.
Dude, that
Um,
game's great though. Literally, like, usually, you know, when you're up late, you're alone, you're bored,
Mhm.
all the boys are sleeping, but you're not tired. You're playing, and eventually you just kind of snooze off. Like
Yeah.
with that game, dude, like, it was intense.
For those who don't know about this 6-year-old game that
Like,
came out,
I didn't know about it,
when
dude.
we were in high school. It's basically just like if you guys have ever heard like Heavy Rain or like any David Cage games where it's you make decisions and it's like a movie more so than like a game. So you're like making a movie, which Keaton actually made a really interesting horror movie. Like his fuck ups like made really good like storylines.
I
like-
didn't know I was fucking up.
That's the thing, man. It's like, and once you do, it's like you gotta keep going. Like you gotta keep running.
Well, see, usually in the horror movie, like, dude, that's the thing. This game was basically a horror
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Which
100%.
is, it was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, you and I are both fans of horror. So I feel like that fit right in.
Yeah.
Man. But, like, the choices you get, I feel, at least how I was taking them,
Mm-hmm.
like, one side was like, do the cliche, stupid horror
Yeah.
bitch and make a mistake.
Yeah.
Or you be bold, man.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time I was picking like bold options, but sometimes I would just pick the obvious.
Towards the beginning, you were taking it more seriously, but then I think once you kind of kept goofing up, you were just, fuck it. You just kind of started throwing it out the window, and then, which, like, in turn, like, made a really decent horror movie.
Yeah, dude, it made a good story.
Because honestly, you don't watch a horror movie to see everybody live, right? Like,
yeah,
you want people to die. Ideally, you want them all to die, right? You want.
There's always the lone survivor.
And even
least,
then, if you don't even need that, like, sometimes a movie, like, if none of them make it, but you actually had it to, like, the spoilers, by the way, just to throw that out there so we can just openly talk. This is spoilers
spoiler
for
alert.
Until Dawn, which came out in 2014 or something.
Honestly, it's your fault at this point.
At this point, if you don't know what it is, close off the podcast.
Great game.
Go play through it and come back in 7 hours and finish.
What would you rate it before we get into the
10
story?
out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I literally gave it a 10 out of 10 when I first. I was obsessed with that game when it first came out.
That game's good. I'd have to give it at least a 9.
Yeah, it was.
You know, 10s are hard to come by.
Yeah,
To me, 10's like perfection.
Yeah,
And that game is great, but like, I don't know. Like, I give Red Dead 2 a 10.
Oh yeah.
And it's not Red Dead, you know,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna put it at a 9.
I mean, yeah, they're different scales though for this because like this is like more of a movie, and it's like if this was a movie, what would you give it? You know,
But
and
there's
so
not
like
many games like that. Like with the
there's a
whole
few.
slasher, like
No, not slasher like.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh
like,
yeah.
the
No, I
first
agree.
3/4 of the game were like
Yep.
an actual, like kind of like a Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you see the Wendigos coming? Or did you think it was just a slasher the whole time?
see at the beginning when Amanda or the two girls die?
Oh yeah. Beth and Hannah.
Yeah, Beth and Hannah. There you go. I'm not good with the names.
That's
I just
okay.
know
That's
the story.
okay. I got you.
But yeah, Beth and Hannah, when they die, you could tell it was some like a creature. You know, you could see the shadow.
Oh.
And like the fire breath and the heat-seeking eyes were like, okay,
Yeah.
what's going on here? But then like early on, I caught on that it was gonna be fuckface.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Cause the intro video,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed normal, and like that didn't really give off a clue right away. But then later on in the game, I was just telling Jake this when we had our cookout, like when he kicked out, or at least for my story,
Yeah.
when he kicked out Mike and the hot chick,
Mm-hmm.
like he gave off like a sketchy like thing, and then he gave off their clue,
Yeah.
and then you guys said that he would have went with, but
Oh
he
yeah.
didn't, and then he was just never around.
That was a lie. He wasn't actually gonna come with.
Oh no.
No, we were fucking with you a lot while you were playing it, saying,
I
like, "Oh, this
figured.
would happen." No,
I don't know. He was always just not around too
Yeah.
when something was like, I don't know. I've just seen a lot of horror shit. He was just my vote, and then
I guess I just feel stupid because I didn't see it coming, and like when I watched you play it, you called it, and then I can't remember who else it was. I watched someone else who called it, and I was like, dude, what the? Am I retarded? Like, how can I not?
oh, someone else called it too.
Yeah, I was watching on YouTube. I think it was Markiplier or something like that. He called it, and I'm like,
Oh, okay.
or like the Brad or something. There, I was like, oh my god.
He just gave that vibe. But then, to be honest though, like when I saw him die
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah. Right.
I got it wrong. But then, I don't know. Like in the whole doctor office thing,
Yeah.
I was like, for some reason, he's the only one that still makes sense. You know?
Yeah, it's weird because like I said, I didn't see it coming at all. I had when I first played it, I played it the night it came out.
Opening night, huh?
Yeah, we got it because I was following this like the trailers and stuff. Like I heard about it when it was first announced, and then as like it got delayed for a while, and like it was like 5 or 6 years until it actually came out from the first trailer. So I went over to my cousin's house and we played it one night. We played it one sitting as well, and so what we did was, I think he played it already because it was like the night after it came out. Because it was like a Friday. I slept over at his house, and he played it that Thursday night, and then I played it with him on the Friday. So like he knew everything that was happening, but me and my friend Mike were blind. We didn't know what was happening.
Kind of
So,
like what we did.
Yeah. So like yeah. Well yeah.
Because you and Jake played through it.
Yeah.
A few times,
Oh
right?
yeah. I've seen almost every outcome of that game, and like. Dude, like some of the choices you made were like I never would have, and like so I'm glad.
See, I was thinking that too, because like at the beginning I was like, okay, I should pick this, whatever, and then like the only part I would say I was legitimately just kind of fucking off, like no way someone would pick that, was when
You shot Emily.
no, that I did.
Oh,
just,
really?
I would have done that.
Really?
Yeah, because like
Oh shit! What was the one then?
with Matt when
Oh, he hit the deer.
no, well that was more like you guys said you never saw it, so I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And dude, I saved him. That was crazy.
He could die there.
I know.
He could die there, dude.
Those check marks or checkpoints are so fat. I can't believe I hit those, dude.
If you missed any of those, he falls and dies.
Really?
Yeah.
I saved him, my boy Matt.
Dude, you saved him, and he lived at the end.
Yeah, dude.
He could have died again, too. He could have died a few times.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You saved him a lot.
Dude, that guy's a trooper.
Yeah, I think he could, like, die the most of anybody.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He could die, like, 4 different times.
Go figure.
Nobody
The black man.
fucking,
Yeah.
So it's weird when you, like, because, like, now we can talk about it because, like, you played through it in one time. But it's weird because, like, nobody is really in danger until the Wendigos happen because Josh doesn't kill anybody. Jessica doesn't have to die there where she died for you. It's because
Which one's Jessica?
the hot girl who died in the beginning when Mike was chasing her and she was
and
dead.
she got dragged through the window.
Yeah, when she was dead with her jaw ripped off in that elevator. She could
Yeah, see, I fucked up the skill check.
Yep, you fucked up that little thing, and that made Mike get there too late.
That makes sense though, because
Yeah,
like
dude.
the horror always dies.
Oh God, but
Well, you know what I mean,
like she didn't have to die there, which is crazy because like I didn't know if.
Well, that's a
like,
good point though. Back to the prediction, because when you look up, you can see that it's not a person.
Yeah, but also, yeah, and it's weird that like when he was scoping in, he scoped in on her, and now it was dragging her. Right? That was really stupid, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I realized.
Why would he
that too.
scope in on her and not the thing dragging? It doesn't want to give it away already because, whatever. And then also, Mike can only die the place where you killed him.
At the end,
That's the only time Mike is able to die.
See, I don't know. I try to put myself in like the character
Yeah.
itself, but for the ending right there, like
The options were save Mike or run to Switch. And like I bet you in your head you said Mike doesn't need saving, and then you ran to Switch.
yeah, he seems so resourceful.
Right.
And then I didn't realize like
that running to Switch
I
would
kind of
do
figured
that.
in my head when I hit the switch, it wouldn't go
Closer to
off.
your mouth, closer to your mouth.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
go off.
make sure you keep that up there.
Gotcha. My bad.
That's cool.
I figured when I hit the switch, like, it wouldn't blow up instantly. Because
Right.
if I had time to hit the switch and get out, there's no way he couldn't have had time to
And like
run out too. But
no, I agree because I didn't even understand that option when I first played. I was like, what does that mean? Run to Switch?
yeah, see, I figured if I hit the switch, there would be like a cool double team. Like, he would have did something. But no, dude, you just hit it and you fucking, it's gone.
Yeah, Mike dies, which is kind of fucked up actually. Like Sam just killed Mike. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that outcome before?
Oh
No?
yeah. I've seen that a lot, but it's like
What happens if you save Mike? Or like, do you both just die?
no, Mike lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the only option that can kill Mike is to run the Switch. That kills Mike, and that's the only option that. And the only time Sam can die is when that thing was walking up to you and it said like don't move. If you fuck that up, she dies right there, and that's the only time she can die.
Really?
Yeah, she's barely in the game though.
So she's really meant to like survive.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like the final girl, I think. But
yeah, because the whole thing wrapped around her at the end.
yeah, when the game first came out, there was like a huge glitch in the game where like that don't move thing would fuck up on you all the time. So many people had Sam die. Like we did too. It glitched on us.
Really?
Like the first time we played it, yeah, it glitched and Sam died, and we were like, she was the only one who died, I think, because we saved everybody else.
See, I didn't even know that was like a feature for that.
Oh, the don't move thing.
Well, yeah, because like
Mhm.
I had a PS4, but the
Yeah.
only game I bought on it was God of War and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And those two don't need that. So like the whole swiping thing, I thought that was just cool as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's cool.
The motion thing's so cool.
Yeah, dude.
But the part I did fuck around on is when Matt could have saved his girlfriend.
Oh,
And instead
and
of
you-
just grabbing her,
Yep.
I'm like, you cheating bitch.
dude, I've never seen. Okay, so like there's like those two options. There's the first one that's like, I saw you with Mike, and then she like brushes it off, and then it gives you another option to keep going or ignore it. Nobody ever kept going for me to watch, so I've never seen somebody keep going, and I've never actually got confirmed that she fucked Mike, and like that was crazy to me.
Really?
I'm like, dude, she actually cheated.
Yeah,
I'm like,
see,
that bitch needs to die.
Dude, yeah, I just think it's so funny. Like, when I kept going, she admitted it. And then you get the option for 3 times the charm, bro. You get to save her or just fuck
And
off.
ditch, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck this whore.
Yeah.
So I just ditched.
That was the brother thing to do. He just jumped. Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
fuck.
He's
Leaped right over her.
Leaped
dude,
right
nuts
away.
in the forehead, bro. That game's so cool, though.
Yeah,
dude.
man. And
the
like
whole ride home, I was thinking, like, I just shot Jess in the fucking face, dude.
you shot Emily in the face.
Or Emily, yeah.
Dude, Mike did that, and then Mike died, which is good because otherwise Mike gets arrested for killing her.
Yeah, I like the ending too, man. How they show like just the survivors,
Yeah.
like what they're saying in the police station. That's
and you
cool.
saved my main man Chris, which is good because that's my boy. That's my favorite character, and you let him live.
How could he even die?
He could die in that chase scene when they kept jumping at him in slow motion. You know, and you have to shoot the Wendigos.
Shooting him?
Yeah, he can get his head ripped off there.
Really? I don't even know you really fucked that up.
I know. It goes really slow.
I can see those checkpoints or with the buttons.
Yeah.
But like.
Oh, or another thing with the same. He can only die. Okay, so then he can do that. Or you know when like the saw blade is coming down and you have the gun to kill yourself or Ashley. If you choose to shoot Ashley, she won't open the door for you and you die. Because like he's running back, he's like, oh, like he's getting chased, and then Ashley opens the door for him because she locks it, you know.
Oh yeah.
So she won't open it for you if you choose to shoot her. She'll remember that and be like, no, and she lets you die, which is really fucking petty and kind of really out of character for her, honestly.
Yeah, because she was like really caring.
Yeah, it was bizarre to me.
Plus, you chose her over your best friend prior to that.
Well, that too. If you choose Josh, it'll automatically kill Josh. The saw blade will, which is weird.
Oh, no matter what.
Yeah, because you go, I'm Josh, I'm gonna save you, and then goes and kills Josh anyways.
How does she feel about that?
She gets pissed, I think. Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of people don't do that obviously because people don't like Josh. But another part where he can die when he's limping at the end, where you got Ashley killed, you know, in those mines, you know, like and he's like limping because he hurt his leg.
Yeah.
If because he's gonna be like, just go on with. He said like go on without me, and then you're like you chose I'm not leaving you. If you choose to leave him, he'll die there too.
Really?
Because they just leave him. Yeah, I don't remember how. I don't know if I can't remember if I've seen it, but he can die there as well. Cause like, and then, damn, it's weird though. He said nothing about Ashley dying, which is like, I guess it's like, cause most people don't choose to go investigate the sound. They choose to rejoin group. Because you gave the option rejoin group or investigate sound, and you investigated the sound.
See, I didn't read the book.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like,
yeah, that's what I told Jake, cause Jake's like, you read it. I'm like, he didn't read it.
See, I didn't think that much detail into
Yeah.
it, you know? I kind of thought it was like, you decide this or you decide that, and whatever you pick, no matter what, it happens, you know?
Yeah,
so.
And, like, the choices in that game are pretty nice because like, they
read
actually
the book.
matter.
If you're going to play it, read the book, dude.
The choices actually matter, which is crazy. And, like, you can fuck up one little thing and get someone killed, and it's like, that's what Telltale needed to do.
Dude, not going to lie, though, like, I'm pretty good with the jump scares, but the first few of that game, dude, they had me going, man.
You actually jumped a few times. I'm like, damn, I didn't expect that because it wasn't like a horror game, really. But
well, dude, like, if we throw on a movie, man, I'm stiff as a board.
True, yeah.
You know, but, like, with the game,
it's
like,
intense, though, because you're invested. You're, like, leaning forward. You're paying attention. You're not trying to fuck anything. You're already on edge as it is. I didn't think
it was much of, like, a horror game at first, and then... Well, one of them got me, and it was a cheap one too. Those assholes, like
the Wolverine thing in the cupboard.
Well, no, that one I was fine. I was fine on that one, and then I was fine when that ran out. But there's one where like a Wendigo just pops up like on the screen, randomly.
Weird, yeah. There was a lot of parts and like so many fake scares where like they kept scaring each other and like just being assholes in the beginning to scare the player or whatever. But it was like so weird. But like. Yeah, the real threat doesn't come till like halfway through the game. The whole first half is really just suspense.
Yeah.
And like good story, but like the second half is where actually there's danger, which is weird. Mike should have. I feel like Mike should have been able to die sooner, but a lot of the story would not have happened without Mike being there.
Yeah.
So he had to. You know, he had to be alive for all those things.
He was like the resourceful one.
He was the main character,
which was weird because like usually the jock guys are like. Just dumbasses.
Well, like it was weird because like he broke the stereotype immediately because at first he was like that Chad just jerk off or whatever,
piece of shit guy.
And then once it comes down to being resourceful and getting the fucking mix and getting part of the action, he just carried, man. He was like a soldier of a man. He was amazing, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like once his girl dies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when she gets ripped out, it
He
just
was just ready
like
to
a
go,
switch,
dude.
like
he
a
turned into
switch.
fucking Rambo.
Yeah, dude. He became a really great character. And
Such a
like,
good story, though, man.
dude. It is.
I can't stress it enough. If you haven't played it, go play it, please.
You ever play games like that before, like this decision games? Like, have you ever played Heavy Rain or Detroit Become Human?
Never played Heavy Rain. I believe I played a little of Detroit.
Oh, really?
That came out in like 2014.
I think 2018.
Oh, is that recent?
Yeah, it was kind of recent.
Because wasn't it one of the first games to come out for PS4?
I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know. But I know it. Actually,
I think I watched someone play it because I was hyped for it, but it was a PS4 exclusive.
yeah, it's
right?
very fitting in today's climate. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it made by the same guy?
No, this is so David Cage made Heavy Rain. He started with Indigo Prophecy, which in America was called Fahrenheit, and then he made Heavy Rain. He's made other things in between there, I'm sure, but like these big ones were like Heavy Rain, Indigo Prophecy, Beyond Two Souls, and then Detroit Become Human, which Detroit is amazing. Detroit is like one of my dude, I would say it's up there with Until Dawn, honestly.
Is it a decision game?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really fucking good.
How long is that? Playthrough.
Oh man, we can do that. We can definitely play through it in one sitting. Actually, oh man, I don't know how long it is. I can look that up real quick. Keep talking. I'm gonna fact check that.
But dude, fucking, I don't know. I was telling Jake this too. I think Until Dawn's great either way. I personally liked it a lot more when it was a slasher type thing, though. To be real, like when the Wendigos show up, I still think the story is cool. I think it's fun. I think it's a good twist. It all makes sense. But me personally, just the whole slasher aspect was just like cooler and like a lot more intense, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like those story games because like they get kind of like the gameplay aspect is kind of like stale. You sit there and watch most of it. Detroit, by the way, is 10 hours, so we probably can't do that in one sitting, honestly.
Holy shit!
But we could, after we get done here, we can go start it, and then
10 hours.
we can record it. But
well, we're staying up till 8 a.m.
Holy shit! I didn't even realize it was after 10 already.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
When do you start your new job?
I take my P test whenever I want this week.
Okay. And then you start like next week?
Yeah, I can either start on the 7th or the 14th. I get to pick.
Okay, cool. So you don't have to work because we can stay up and record some stuff after this time because we'll get some Let's Plays on the channel.
I was thinking of starting on the 7th, but like I just got that final check from Menasha, and I had some overtime.
Oh, wait, really? How long ago did you quit there?
Like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But yeah, I got it last Friday. But I'm probably going to start on the 7th.
Yeah.
But I guess depending on how I feel when I take my test,
right.
I might just take that extra week, enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, we'll get some content done here. We'll get some Let's Plays on the channel. We got to get some more stuff on the channel other than the podcast.
Either way, I have weekends off.
Yeah.
Which is so cool.
Well, I don't, but.
And 8 hours.
Yeah, I don't have weekends off, but
Fuck,
usually I only work a couple hours a week or a day.
Have you seen Spiral yet?
No.
No?
No, I have not.
Slacking on that, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking forward to it, but it wasn't on HBO, so I was like, I gotta go fucking leave my house to go watch it.
Dude, fucking, I'm hearing a lot of hype about this project called The Quiet Place 2.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I was hesitant to see it because I guess from what I hear, at least, who knows, but it doesn't even really go after the first one at all. It's a prequel, I believe.
That's what I figured it would be.
Yeah, and like
I figured it would jump back and forth from
that
like
just seems dumb to me
like
because
after.
then the ending of the first one doesn't even make sense.
Why?
Like they left it on a cliffhanger that.
Well, I figure it's not gonna all be a prequel. It'll probably jump back and forth between past and
both
present.
sides?
Yeah, and because they gotta have John Krasinski in it, and they bodied him in the first part.
That was kind of dope though.
That was
like
really
that.
sad. Dude.
That was intense, dude.
Dude, that really made me sad.
I kind of like the fact that there's no like talking.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird, like
To tell a story in complete silence.
yeah.
It's nuts, man.
It's weird to sit and watch a movie with no audio,
I
really.
saw it in theaters, man, and it was like I had popcorn. I'm like, I can't eat this. It's gonna be so loud.
Right, yeah, you're slurping down the fucking
Yeah.
Code Red. And,
Yeah, hell yeah.
But fucking, I don't know, man. I feel like if you go into it knowing that there's not going to be much talking,
Yeah,
and you're ready for like a thriller, because that's what it just kind of fucks with your head.
it's weird. Like, I wonder if it's better in theaters because I feel like
I don't know. I feel like theater quality went down, man.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Like, at least, maybe it's my personal, like, maybe I've just become so accustomed
Mm-hmm.
during quarantine and, everything fucking being down. Like, when they release, like, Mortal Kombat on HBO, Wonder Woman on HBO,
Yeah,
all these new movies on HBO, it's kind of nice to just, that dropped. I'll throw that on quick. And
Right.
then you get to lay in your bed. I mean, nowadays, dude, like, it's 2021, Everybody has the fucking high-tech audio, TV, everyone's got 4K.
yeah.
I mean, you get a bigger screen, sure, but me personally, I kind of like the smaller screen.
I feel like A Quiet Place isn't a really good theater movie because, like, a theater movie is like a Fast and the Furious movie, or like
Like an action movie?
action, yeah, where it's loud and explosions and like you don't have to take it too
You
seriously.
really get that.
Or like Marvel. Marvel's a great movie theater movie.
Oh, yeah, dude, I will go opening day to
Yeah,
those
like
every time.
superhero movies or Star Wars movies or.
I'm that asshole that the second the tickets drop, I buy 2. I'm that guy.
Fucking. But I feel like Quiet Place and like more. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Like artsy, I guess. Like artsier movies are not good theater movies because like, it's hard enough. I don't know. Maybe it is though. I don't know. I saw Uncut Gems in theaters and that was a really good theater movie.
I actually waited for that on Netflix.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I think I don't know why. I always wanted to see it, but
I took a girl on a date there and she hated it.
really,
Yeah, it was
she
not a
hated
good,
the movie.
Yeah, it was not a good date movie.
Shannon Keeper.
Well, that didn't last, so it's fine. But like,
Oh damn.
but it was not a date movie. You know what I mean? Like, there's movies that are like date movies and then not date. I don't want to use the term guy movie, but you know what I mean when I say guy movie. Like
yeah, it's
Uncut
definitely
Gems
it's definitely
and,
a dude movie.
or like a slow burn type of movie.
Well, like, I don't know. I get what you're saying. There's just certain movies that like Rambo, for example.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's a dude movie.
But I also wouldn't even say Rambo and Uncut Gems are like even in the same type of feel.
no,
Because like
no,
Uncut Gems, I would say is more than guy movie because guy movie is really that's not a good way to put it. But like a slow burn is what I would mostly say because like it's the whole movie is so slow. Because I'm not even saying like all guys like it, but I'm saying like the demographic is mostly male, I would assume. But like the movie itself, the pacing is very slow, and then the ending is just it's the payoff. You know what I mean? And that's like a lot of movies like that. Like that's what I like the most about Fight Club. It's like a slow burn, like the whole first half is pretty slow, and then towards like the half,
a lot of dialogue.
It's like same thing with Tarantino, and then all of a sudden, then the end,
That's the goat, though.
it's like it pays off, right? You know what I mean? Like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's like 2.5 hours long, slow, 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 slow. Then the ending climax happens, and it makes the whole movie worth it. So like those are a different type of genre than like.
But yeah, even with those though, like, slow is a good term because they are slow. But usually when you say, at least for me, like when I say a movie's slow, like nothing happens. But with those, like, I mean, nothing does happen, but they're so interesting because they're developing a lot of character.
Yeah, it's nothing too like extravagant or like it's not like Fast and the Furious.
Dude,
also, if you like Fast and the Furious movies, you guys can't like comment on this because we have literally the opposite opinion of movies. So
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, go watch your Fast and the Furious movies. We'll watch real movies.
I don't like them.
No, I know. It's fine. We don't.
Do you?
No.
Okay, good,
No.
good.
No.
I thought you were saying we had different opinions.
No. If anybody in the comments who want to talk some shit, if you like Fast and the Furious,
there's no point to them, bro.
Yeah, we're not gonna agree with you. So just you can't really hang out with us either. Sorry. We won't like you.
Dude, fucking. Dude, I say I hate them, and I do hate them.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've still seen every single one of them.
I have not seen 8 or 9. 8, 9's not even out yet. I have not seen.
Is there an 8?
It's Fate of the Furious. F8 of the Furious. Fate.
Is that the one where they replaced Walker?
I think he died after 7, so yeah. But I don't think there's a new guy or anything.
And 8 is 8 the one where they just kind of like
8 is like Dom's a bad guy or something.
Oh yeah, I have seen that one.
And now the new one, like it's Dom's little brother or something, and it's like Jason's. No, not Jason Statham.
Yeah, because in the 8th one, spoiler alert.
Wait, is Jason Statham in these?
Yeah.
Oh, Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
That's right.
I haven't seen that. If
I
that
haven't either.
counts.
I have it downstairs. We can watch it, but I don't wanna.
Yeah, I'm not.
No.
Dude, I've had my chance, man. Trust me. I think it's on HBO.
Yeah.
And
It
stares
is.
me right in the face every time, and I skip right through it.
Not my thing at all.
No, I mean, to be honest, though, like, yeah, I did see 8. It sucked.
Yeah, I bet.
Surprise. But
Also, a side note: we are at an hour and 5 minutes, so we can go ahead and wrap anytime now. But go on and finish what your last
like
thought was.
the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, were actually like good.
They were a different type of movie.
They
were
actually
entirely
had story.
They were a different genre.
Yeah, I mean, like, it still showed off the cars. And
Personally, I like the newer ones better.
really,
Yeah, it's less boring. I
thought
like when
the
they're
first 2
fucking
were cool
doing
because
car heists and stuff like that. That's fun.
yeah,
But
that's cool. I mean, they do a good job.
they're fun, but they're dumb.
Maybe for me personally, it's just like, there's so many. Like,
Yeah, there is.
What's new?
Yeah, it's hard. Well, they got new and they got weird, and they just became something
Well,
crazy.
that's the thing. Like, we've seen it all before, so
Mhm.
they have to change. And then they do these stupid fucking ideas.
Yeah, and they work though. A lot of people like them.
sometimes. Yeah, they are big, but I mean, I heard like John Cena and like Cardi B are in 9,
Yes, that's right. John Cena is the bad guy in 9.
and that's dumb.
I know you really don't like John Cena, but I really like John Cena.
I just think it's stupid. Like, I don't know. I mean, I saw Blockers, and that's funny, but I wouldn't say it's really funny because of him.
No, nothing's funny
like-
because of John Cena. John Cena's just funny in things.
I feel like it's lazy. He just does the whole I'm quirky comedy type guy.
But it's funny because he's a big guy. And he's a goofy guy.
I guess. I just can't.
Big man, dumb. Big man, goofy.
I just can't take him serious.
No,
I
can't.
guess.
You're not supposed to take him seriously. He's a joke, but
Because he's all over fucking any WWE shirt.
yeah. Yeah.
See, I mean, The Rock was too, but The Rock can, like, act.
Don't say that.
I like The Rock.
I can't stand the fucking Rock.
Is it because he's in everything or because his
Yes.
actual talent?
He's in everything with no talent.
You don't think he's got talent?
No, he plays the exact same character every fucking movie.
Pain and Gain?
The same guy. Listen, it's bizarre because he can't play anything else. Like a guy that big, he's not gonna be cast as
The Tooth Fairy 2.
He's got to. Wait, he was in the Tooth Fairy 1. Tooth Fairy 2 was
Did they
Larry the
make
Cable.
a second?
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy was in Tooth Fairy 2.
Oh, I was just saying they should bring him back. I
But,
didn't even know they made one.
dude,
Oh my god.
It's just like it sucks because like he's got to be typecast forever, but I'm sure he likes playing that role. And it's just whatever.
Wasn't he the
it hurts.
highest paid actor like last year or 2 years
I don't.
ago?
I don't know. I can't imagine he is, and he was in like every movie that came out.
He's the new Samuel Jackson. That is for sure.
Samuel Jackson is even in that many. I mean, like he was in a lot of things, but like, The Rock just shows up in everything. I just can't take.
Is he one of those guys that like you just don't like because he's always there?
He's always there. People like him, and I'm like, why? He's just there, being big and big, strong guy who can do impossible things. He's just superhuman. It's just like, dog.
I think he's got good charisma though.
As a person, I love him. As an actor, like in movies, I don't like him. I don't like seeing.
Oh, you like him like just personal level?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him personally or anything.
Well,
like
yeah,
that,
right.
but like,
Oh, he's a good stand-up dude.
From what I can tell from like interviews and like online, which people are never who they seem to be, but like, if I had to assume he was a good person based off what I see online, then sure. But like I said,
Dude, if he's a fan of this someday, he's gonna kick your ass, bro.
well, I'm assuming he's a good person. I don't know him personally, and nobody is truly who they say they are online. So he could just be faking it for the good publicity, you know. You know what I mean? He could be a shitty person, but like
I guess, but usually like
you can say that about any celebrity. People
Yeah, but
think that they know
usually-
who they are, but we don't know who they are unless you met them or know them.
true.
Like we can easily say like, oh yeah, Brad Pitt seems really cool, but is he? We don't fucking know. He could be the worst guy in the world. He could be an egotistical asshole, which
Isn't he
if I
kind
were
of-
him, I would be too.
Isn't he kind of a piece of shit?
We don't know.
I mean,
I've heard he's nice, but I don't know.
well, I mean, he cheated on his wife.
Yeah, but so
You know, like
yeah.
he is a douche.
that was a bad example. I should have used like Adam Sandler. Everybody always says Adam Sandler is super nice.
I've heard opposite.
What? From who? What? No,
Dude,
you have
I've
not.
heard he's a douche.
No, everybody literally says he's the nicest guy in the world.
Well, no, I heard that. Well, not a douche, I guess. Like, not manners wise, but like I heard he's like super conceited on like who he works with.
I've literally never heard that before.
We can
He
look
li-
it up after.
He
but
did an A24 movie. That's
I don't
really
even know what
indie.
that is.
That's a production company. That's like really indie. They
Oh,
make
really?
Indie arts. Yeah, he did Uncut Gems. That's A24.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he doesn't care who he works with. He just prefers to work with his boys, I think. And he makes his dumb movies. He can vacation with his friends.
Hubie's Halloween.
Yeah, he'll just do.
Do you think? I remember you saying this. I want to get on that because you said on Twitter, he said if he don't win an Oscar,
He's going to make the worst movie ever.
yeah.
And then Hubie Halloween came out.
Do you think that was it? Or did
I
you
think he could
did
do
you
far
like
worse.
it?
He could do far worse. Hubie Halloween was not good. He could do far worse, though.
Okay, I was gonna say because that movie blew up, like blew up, and then I watched it and I was like,
we talked about this movie in the first episode, I think.
yeah, I think
'Cause
so.
we talked about American Pie, Girls Rule, and
Ah.
Hubie Halloween.
That is still to this day
I agree.
the worst movie I've ever
if
seen.
I ever see a tweet or something that's saying like the worst movie I've ever seen, it is still American Pie Presents.
I had someone
Rule.
message me about that actually.
Really?
Because that was episode 1.
Yeah.
And that's our highest viewed one.
Yep.
And so I remember someone messaging me about it, like, "Dude, I just watched this. What's wrong with it?" or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And
we can't be friends with that person. Block him.
It's a girl.
Block her. Is she hot? Send her my way. Anyways,
I'll send her.
we are at a little bit over an hour, so we'll probably end it here just so we don't drag on too long. We
I
got
feel
pretty.
like I could do this for another hour, dude. We're going.
It did not feel like an hour. I think we talked about politics for way too long. Honestly, that's probably what took up most of the time.
Them goddamn cornfields.
Goddamn guns in the corn. But
Get off my lawn.
yeah, all right, we'll end it there. We're gonna go record a Let's Play now and get some more content on this channel because right now we only have a podcast, so we need to start branching out and making other things. So
Catheter Media is taking over, boys.
Catheter Media is coming up. So with that being said, we are going to leave you now. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
Goodbye.